So we'll move over to the financial data now, and I start by browsing the financial data before I even look at the help. And the Google stock price, I guess this is yesterday or Friday, 579.54. And let's look at the data for all 6 months, and let's digest it so we don't get too much. And so there's 89 days digested here, so maybe there's 110 or so, maybe 110 days in the first half of 2009. So I'm going to call this Google 2008, which is incorrect, first half. And then I'm going to look at this data a little bit. 328.05. 328.05 was the second entry. And then I'm going to get all the prices and dump them all out. So the last one was 418.99. 418.99 down here. So it looks like we can understand the data now. So let's work on getting the price difference. To get the end of day closing price, we have to crack this in a sublist, today, yesterday, and use a function called partition. So I'll partition the last set of stuff. And what I end up with is today, yesterday of each group. And we can subtract today, yesterday minus today to determine the difference. So here's all the differences. The first 2 days it went up 6.63, and then it went up 6.01, and then it went down 12.05. So we can now see the amount of change each day, up or down. And there are all kinds of sub-questions we could ask about this data, like which days are the up days? So here are all the updates. Here's the amount of all the up days. So we begin to pull this together. I just realized that although I have the amount of increase on the updates, I don't have the actual day it went up. So here's a list of changes up or down, and this line uses exact same functions as above. So there they are. And I want to interleave this with all the days, so there's a function called riffle that does that. And now you can see here that January 5th, 6.73 up. January 6th, 6.01 up. January 7th, 12.05 down. So riffle sort of interleaves the dates and the up-down amounts. And then there's another function called partition, which allows us to put all these back together. So we'll slam all these back together. And now you can see here that there's an entry for the entire first day. And it includes the date and the amount up or down. Actually, this. And here's another one. This. So January 13th, it was up 1.63. So now they're all together. So let's pair the data further and keep consolidating our code. So from this, we can easily get the down days along with the amount down on that day. So now these are all the down days with the date. See, they're all negative. And we can easily wrap all these exact same commands, select, partition, riffle, partition, into a simple computation of just those days. And I've used part on the outside to make it slightly more readable, to put it all back together, I think. So this will just give us the down days. So there they are. These are all the days that Google declined in the first 6 months of 2009. So from this list of dates, it's a simple matter to call the previous daily Columbus precipitation function to find out the precip on those days, and a select when precipitation is greater than 0. So the final thing was this daily code, all the Google code, the Google price data, and then the down days, There they all are. And now we take part 2 and feed it into part 1. So it's a simple matter to take the down days, which was part 2, and feed it into part 1, which is the precipitation. And I think that's going to take a little while to run. Yep. So that's going to take a moment to run here. And so these are all the days. This is the precipitation on all the down days. So let's keep the dates with these, just so we'll make sure we have the dates. And this will also, again, take a little extra time. You can see here it's crunching. So we're going to have the same list, except we'll know the dates. So I think before we were talking about February 13th. Oh, it's 0 precipitation that day, but it was a down day. February 19th, 0.1 centimeters. So we want to pair this further to only keep the days when it rained more than 0.3 centimeters. And so we select those out. And actually, this is the answer. It's just the length of this final list. 26 days. So this concludes this short series. We wanted to answer the rain Google Columbus question. The answer is there are 26 trading days in the first half of 2009 when the Google stock price declined compared to the previous day, and it rained in Columbus, Ohio more than 0.3 centimeters on that same day. Now, we derived this answer using Mathematica curated weather data and financial data. We made a routine to return the precipitation in Columbus on a particular day. Then we computed which days the stock price declined. Then we passed that list of dates to the precipitation computation and restricted the list to rainy days. So in addition to curated data functions, we also looked at some other Mathematica constructs such as functional programming. We didn't use any loops. We only used map and apply. We used pure and nested pure functions. We used assorted list manipulation techniques, and we showed how to clean or clear out the data. So that's the derivation, and I want to thank you for listening.